Hello, how are you? My name's Samantha and this is my new Flosstube series thing that I'm doing. I have not recorded a Flosstube. I think I'd only recorded like maybe 4 or 5. But I haven't done one for maybe about 3 months. If you watch my other videos on my channel, you know that I've been moving. And this is my new workroom. Everything's a mess, everything's chaos. However, I want to get back to stitching, I want to get back to recording and doing all the things. But I got a little bit bored. What I normally do is I have 6 projects on the go. I have my main I Stitch on It Everyday project, which was my Snow White and Alice head. I had put that away because with everything that was going on, my brain was not in the full coverage space. But I miss it and I want to start stitching on it every day again. I have a bedtime project and then I have 4 projects that I work on for a week and then rotate on a weekly basis. However, I was getting to the stage where I was like, and I wasn't looking forward to them. I wasn't excited about stitching on them. And because I wasn't excited about stitching on them, because I don't put a stitch goal, I just put I want to stitch on these, because if I put a stitch goal, then if I don't make the goal, then I'm going to be sad and I don't want to be sad. So I just put on I will stitch on this for a week. But because I wasn't getting excited about them, I wasn't stitching on them as much as I wanted. And then I had my other whips that were looking at me and new starts that are looking at me going, stitch me, stitch me. So what I've decided to do instead, after like watching a few different people do this on Flosstube, I have a wheel. I made a wheel. I've not put all my whips on it because that'd be ridiculous. I have put 12 of my whips on it. Alice is not on here. I'm going to go back to stitching Alice every single day again. I'm not going to put a stitch goal on it because I had a stitch goal for Alice before, because if I did a certain amount of stitches every day, then it would be finished by the end of the year. However, I did the math for it, and obviously we're getting towards the end of the year now. Today's the 1st of November, so in order for me to stitch on Alice every day and have her finished by the end of the year, I would have to do 734 stitches a day, which is not happening at all. I mean, that wouldn't be happening on a quiet period, but definitely not at this time of year. So we're just going to stitch on her and it'll get finished. As for the rest of the things, in order to keep me interested, I have decided I'm going to be uploading weekly Flosstubes. I'm going to try this for like a month or 2 and see how I get on with it. See if I like doing it this way. I'm just going to do a little clip every morning where I show you me spinning, see which projects I'm going to be working on, and show you said project. And then I will stitch in it at some point during the day, and then I'll do a little clip at the end of the day to show you how far I got. And I'm just going to do little vloggy style videos like that, and then put them all together at the end of the week and upload a Flosstube, because I want to upload more often than the monthly that I was doing before. But if I had a weekly rotation, there wasn't really very much to show you, which is why I was doing them monthly. So this way I can upload more, I can upload weekly, and I'm going to get a bit more variety in my stitching. So we'll see how this goes. We'll see how it ends up. Right, so on the wheel for today, let's see, we are spinning. What do we have? Ooh. Scottish sampler. Right, I'll be back in a second. Hello, this is editing me from the future. It looks like after I did the first clip, the second clip that I made totally disappeared. So this is the Scottish sampler. The 1765 Scottish sampler. I got this on Etsy. It's from Victoria Harley from Quality Pattern. I don't know how authentic this is. I just liked it. I like the words in it. Oh, I have power to defend myself and others. And I like this guy. He's a very happy puppy. So yeah, this is the Scottish sampler. This is the bit that I'm working on at the moment. Okay, back to our normal floss tube. Good morning. It is Saturday, it's the 2nd of November. This is day 2 of this week's little stitchy vlog. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. I actually managed to sleep in this morning, which never happens. I have my lapdog. For anybody who doesn't know, this is Lilith. She thinks that she's 3 inches tall. Right, you're gonna get down so I can show the people my stitching? No, we're just gonna stay there. Okay, so we're working around the dog. Yesterday I spun my little wheel and I got the Scottish sampler. I didn't bring my tablet in here, so I can't show you the picture of it, but this is how far I got. I worked on this leaf here. They are different colours. It's 523 and 524. So they're practically the same colour. There's not a massively noticeable difference in them, but I'm doing it with the called for. It's on 36 count, so it doesn't look like it's an awful lot, but I did 200 and something stitches on it yesterday. But I'm still only at just under 4% on the pattern. I've got it loaded up into Pattern Keeper. But yeah, it was nice. It was pretty slow going because I've not stitched on 36 count for a while. And I've not stitched on linen for a while. The last few things I've been stitching have been mostly on Ada or on even weave. And I'm doing 1/2 on 36 count. And yeah, it's coming up quite nicely. I quite like stitching with one thread. I don't do it very often. I should do it more. Right, let's see. We have the wheel. Let's see what we're going to spin for today. Spin. We have Scottish sampler again. Okay, so it looks like I'll be doing a little bit more on this today, which is nice because everything's already set up and out. What is the chance? I suppose I added an extra thing onto the wheel as well. I found another whip that I want to work on, so we now have 13 whips on here. So I suppose it's a 1 in 13 chance, but yay, we have Scottish sampler again. So, oh,
truth or dare?
Ads.
Oh,
No,
great.
go away.
Or dare is to tell.
Okay, we got rid of the ads. So I think I'm probably just going to carry on with, because there's another one of these on this side, and then it goes up into the flower. So I think I'm just going to carry on with that. What I'm going to try and do, I was going to do like the whole border, and I might still do that, just to make sure the border matches up. But I also kind of want to do page by page, just because it's easier and I don't have to move the hoops so much. But we'll see. I might do a bit of border. I might carry on with the flower. We'll see how I feel after some coffee. I'll be back. I had said yesterday that I would record in the morning and then record at night to let you know what I'm doing. What I'm probably going to do is just record once a day and show you like what I've just done, show you what I've done, and then spin for the next one at the same time. So I'll either do that at the end of the day, depending on how much time I have and how tired I am, or I'll do it first thing in the morning like this. Either way, you get to see me tired. We'll see how it goes. I'm making this up as I go along. I will see you at some point, either tonight or tomorrow, hopefully, with some more work done on this. Okay, bye-bye. Good morning. It is Sunday. We're having a no-face moment because I did not sleep well last night and I look awful. So, here we are, stitching. This is what I managed to get done on my Scottish sampler yesterday. I finished this leaf, and I don't know if you can see, but it's 2 separate colours. There's a brownish colour and then a pinkish colour. So I'm pretty happy with that. I I don't know how I'm feeling about the linen. I like the colour, and the 36 count is fine to stitch on, but I think I'd prefer it if it was on even weave. So, yeah, that's to be noted for future. I think I prefer even weave over linen. It's quite sort of thin and see-through. See, look, and yeah, it's weird. I'm stitching at 1/2 with the called for DMCs. The other thing, well, I have two other things. We have this. We've got a little finish. And this is from this book, The Celtic Cross Stitch by Gail Author. And it's just, this is a traditional Celtic motif. And it's a lion dog or a dog lion. Can't remember which way around it goes. But yeah, traditional Celtic motif. And I thought it looked cool. So that was a nice quick little stitch. I just pulled, I think I spoke about this before, but the book's nearly 30 years old, so DMC colours have changed. So I just pulled random colours that looked like the ones in the picture rather than actually following the key. So yeah, we've done that. The other thing, which was a big decision, I'm supposed to be stitching on Alice every day. And this is how far we got. So this is my very first full coverage. And I had started off, as you can see, I've done all the black, because the black was something like 18% of the pattern. And then I started colour completing. I did a lot of this blue here. And then I started doing it, oh sorry, shadows. I started just filling in the page. However, what's been happening, because I've colour completed, I'm getting a lot of the blue coming through here. And also, there's a lot of mistakes, because this is just plain Ada. It's not gridded. So there was a lot of counting mistakes that I keep on finding. And it has just irritated me to the point where I'm scrapping this and I've restarted. I was on like 33 point something %. And I restarted last time. This is 28 count easy guide. It's what I got, which I've never used before, but it's okay. I'm not sure about the coverage. At the minute, this is 1/1 10th stitch or half stitch, and I'm going to do it block by block. I'm going to try doing it in diagonals and see how that goes. I might have to switch to doing 2/1, but I don't want that to be too bulky. I just need to play with it a little bit today, I think. It doesn't look too bad in the camera though so far. So there we go. I have restarted that. This one's going to get scrapped. I'm going to keep it because it's my first ever full coverage, but I'm not going to work on this anymore and do the new one. And that is my Scottish sampler. So let's have a look. Let's see what we're going to be working on today. Witches! Okay, give me a second and I will go and get that for you. So here we are. This is, it took me a bit to find it, but we have on some sparkly, I don't know if you can see the sparkle. It's like a tan colour with the gold sparkle through it. It's DMC Ada 14 count. I am using DMC 602. This is my amazing start on it. And I'll try and get this with some glare on it. This is the pattern. It is called The Dancing Witches by Raven Stitchcraft. There we go. This is on her Etsy shop and she's actually got a sale on at the minute, look. So she's got a 50% sale on I think it's the entire shop. So I don't know how long that's going to be on for. Go for it. Oh, it literally tells me how long it's going to be on for. Look, 13 hours. So it's probably going to be done by the time I upload this. But there we go, Dancing Witches. I do believe I am starting in the middle, so I'm probably on this lady's bodice here. So yeah, I'm going to work on this a little bit today. So I'll see you later. Hello, how are you? It is Monday. It is the 4th of November. It's check-in time. So a bit of an itchy nose there. It's a good start. So, what have we got today? Yesterday I did a little bit of Alice. I realised I don't think I actually showed you Alice. So if you haven't watched my... So I've got my tablet here looking for the picture. If you haven't seen my previous Flosstube, you won't know what I'm talking about. So this one here is Mini Snow White and Alice by Haid. Charted by Haid. Artwork is by Jasmine Beckett Griffiths. And this was my thing that was stitched on every day that I restarted after about 33%. I restarted on 28 count. Easy count? Easy... I don't know. This one with the lines on it. Gridded fabric. I had restarted it doing 1/1. And I decided that I don't actually like the coverage on that, so I've restarted it again just across it. I'll unpick this at some point. I've restarted over here doing it 2/1. I'm doing half stitches and I like the coverage on that much better, so I'm going to continue with that. I managed to get about another 200 stitches in that yesterday, which is not a great start, but it's a start. So yeah, that's going to be my just stitching on it every day. There's something like 18% of the pattern is in 310. So I'm thinking, because what I had done before was I had just done all the 310, and then I was colour completing a little bit, but the stitch counts are off in just far too many places and it was becoming stressful to stitch. So instead we have this, and I'm going to carry on with the diagonals. I think I'm going to give that a try and see how I get on with that. I might change it again, I don't know, but at the moment the plan is to carry on doing 2/1, half stitch, doing diagonals on the way down, and that way I don't need to do all, because most of the 310 is around the edges apart from Snow White's hair. So I'm showing you this like it's got loads on it. It's not, it's a few black stitches, but I shall be continuing with that. And if I do it in diagonals, I'll break up the blocks of black, which is pretty much all around the edges. So yeah, I'm going to be getting on with that. Now first, my spins yesterday, I spun these lovely ladies. These are the Dancing Witches by Raven Stitchcraft. And yeah, I had barely started it. I haven't done much more, but I've done, this is like the top of the bodice, this is the bottom of the bodice. Yeah, it's quite, I managed to get it into Pattern Keeper, and that's one of the things that's put me off it before, is because I didn't have it in Pattern Keeper and I was trying to do it off a paper chart. So I've put it into Pattern Keeper and it's coming up really nicely. The only thing is, in Pattern Keeper, see how it's all one colour, but see how it's a circle and there's like the black and white and then the corners of the circle are in red. Well, when you put it into Pattern Keeper, you have to get rid of all the background stitches because in the pattern they're stitched. So it's very difficult for me to work out how much I've actually done. I think I'm on like 58% once I've taken out all the background stitches. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, that was nice to work on, especially after spending a couple of days working on 36 count linen and then working on the 28 count over one. Working on 14 count is a bit of a breeze. I just wish I'd had more time yesterday to stitch more of it. So let's see what we're going to spin up to stitch on today. Let's see. Dracula. right, I can actually show you this. This is going to be a new start. And I'm sure most of you have seen this. It is called Dracula's Confession by the very, very lovely Lindy Stitches. Why can I not open this? Now, I think I am doing this one. Can we try this again? Right. I'm doing this. Why? Why are you being like this? Right. Let me just stop the screen from spinning. Right. I'm doing this one. I bought this pattern ages ago. I saw the pattern being released and I immediately bought it. Because Dracula it's the Bram Stoker's Dracula is one of my favourite books and one of my favourite movies. I have a slight vampire obsession. I love vampire stuff. This I actually bought the fancy floss for. I have not started it. Yeah. I'll need to see what fabric I decide to have a look at. I'll have a little rake through my stash and see what I could find. Ooh, I'm excited. I'm excited to get started on this. It says, I love the shade and the shadow and I would be alone with my thoughts when I may. I do believe actually that Julie from Kansas City Girl in a Colorado World, I'm sure she's just finished this because she's been on a bit of a finish the whips thing and I'm very, very behind on my Flosstubes, and I watched one of hers yesterday, the day before, and she had like 11 finishes and I'm sure this was one of them. And it looks fabulous. It's a really good pattern. I mean, obviously, Stephanie does really good patterns anyway. So yes, this is going to be a new start. I need to find some fabric and I'm excited. Right, I will catch up with you later or probably tomorrow morning. Bye. Have a lovely Monday. Hello. So it is Tuesday, it's November the 5th, and this is how far I got yesterday on my Dracula. This is the top of the bat, and he's going to hang in here somewhere. There's like stuff that goes around here for the frame, but I wanted to start on the bat, partly because the bat is stitched in silks. It's stitched in a dinky dye black coral, and I've never stitched with silk before, and it's lovely. I think I would very much enjoy stitching with silk again. The fabric is, I think it's a 32 count linen, possibly Vintage Country Mocha, I'm not sure. It was unlabelled in my stash, so we have this linen which I'm not entirely sure of the count or colour, but it's nice and I think it's going to look good with Dracula on it. So, let's go spin today, see what we're going to get. Scottish Sampler again. It seems to like it this week. This is the third time in a week that it's spun this. So, yay, back to the Scottish Sampler. I'll maybe get the flower finished and might work a little bit on the border. We shall see. Hello! So it's now Friday. I haven't actually done any stitching since my last clip. The week just got super, super, super busy. I've done like a little bit more on my Alice, but only back to where it was before, so there's no point in even showing you that. But yeah, the week's just absolutely got away from me. We've got a lot of things going on locally, so we've been like doing stuff with the kids and whatever, and yeah, lots of unpacking still to do and lots of furniture to be built. So that's what I've been doing all week. And my website went down as well, so I had to spend like a couple hours sorting out my website. And let's say a couple hours, I had to spend quite a while sorting out my website this week. but it's all fixed now, so it's all good. But yeah, it's Friday. Did I say it's Friday? I don't know. It's Friday. I'm going to leave this vlog here. I've quite liked doing the spin the wheel though. That's been fun. And next week, hopefully, I will be able to stitch more days. I started off strong this week and then life just went, no. So, we're going to give it a go. And I'll start a new vlog on Monday and see if I can get, see if I can get an actual week's worth of stitching in this time. Okay. So this is Friday. I'm going to try and put this together and get this up today. Sunday I will have my stitch library. Monday I'll have my regular normal podcast. If you're interested in yarny things. If you just want to watch the Flosstube things, that is also fine. But I'm just letting you know. Okay, have a lovely weekend and I shall see you next week. Bye.